It's difficult to put into words the magnitude of the history we witnessed here in St. Peter's Square. From the moment we saw that white smoke in the small metal chimney right there above the Sistine Chapel, that temporary chimney they put in place for the conclave, it won't be there much longer, though still there this morning. We're also learning this morning what was playing out inside the Sistine Chapel right after they elected the new Pope. They were applauding him in that room. He was then taken to the Room of Tears, where he chose from one of the cassocks hanging there. And then he was walked down the Hall of Blessings to make it to the balcony here right behind me. 150,000 people were gathered here on the streets of Rome and in the square, among them so many Americans. And when they heard that name announced, that American name, they could not believe what they were hearing. The first American Pope. This morning, the first American Pope making history after that surprise moment on the balcony in St. Peter's Square, seen by the world.
Habemus Papam.
We have just heard that Robert Francis Prevost of the United States, 69 years old, born in Chicago, has been named the next Pope. From the square, thunderous applause, welcoming the first Pope ever from the United States. The Cardinal-born Robert Francis Prevost, now Pope Leo XIV, appearing on the balcony and waving to the faithful. Bringing so many in the square, young and old, from the U.S. and all over the world, to tears. The new Pope deeply moved too, and then his first words to the 150,000 who gathered here in the square and the millions watching all over the world.
La pace sia con tutti voi.
Peace be with you all, he said, and he offered praise for Pope Francis, telling the faithful, God loves everyone. We must build bridges.
Dobbiamo cercare insieme come essere una chiesa missionaria.
The Pope telling the faithful, we must seek together how to be a missionary church, a church that builds bridges, dialogue, always open to receive, like this square, with open arms. Named the next Pope. The children giddy with excitement, jumping with joy at Our Lady of Mount Carmel Academy in Chicago, some waving the American flag. The bells ringing in Pope Leo's honor at Villanova University in Philadelphia, where he studied mathematics. And all of this excitement began with that white smoke, 24 hours, 21 minutes after the doors closed at the Sistine Chapel. Good afternoon, live from the Vatican. We're coming back on the air because there is smoke again coming from the chimney. Let's go right to the live picture. The signal that there was a new Pope came just after 6 p.m. Rome time. The bells of St. Peter ringing, echoing across the city of Rome and the world. And this morning, the deeply moving images from inside the Sistine Chapel, showing the moments after the cardinals had elected the American Pope. Cardinal Robert Prevost, born in Chicago, was asked, do you accept your election as Supreme Pontiff? The moment he said yes, he became Pope. The cardinals began applauding as he made his way out of the chapel before walking down the Hall of Blessings and onto that balcony to greet the world for the first time. And just hours later, Pope Leo out in Vatican City for the first time, giving a blessing and greeting the faithful. The Pope choosing the name Leo, widely believed in honor of Pope Leo XIII, who laid the foundation for Catholic social teaching with a focus on human dignity and the rights of workers all over the world. Born in 1955, growing up on Chicago's South Side, his brothers, his classmates knew he had a special relationship with God. He is now 69 years old, considered young compared to recent popes, and he could lead the church for some time to come. The new Pope spoke of his relationship with Pope Francis and his views on the church just last August.
Working with him, he has a profound commitment to justice and charity and mercy. There are dynamic, life-giving experiences that do fill us with hope, and we have to learn to share that message with others. It depends on all of us.
His work transcending borders, serving the church in the U.S., in Rome, and in Peru. He was a missionary, a priest, a bishop in Chiclayo, Peru. His focus, the poor. And he spoke to them in Spanish from that balcony.
Ha acompañado a su obispo
And in that crowd of thousands, the Americans witnessing history here. We met Louis and Suhey Bernal, visiting from California, who ran to St. Peter's Square when they learned of the white smoke. They made it in time. What about him and what he said here today?
I loved his message when he said building bridges through dialogue.
There was Christina Mori from Indianapolis at the front of the square, too.
There were 7 other countries touching shoulders. We all spoke different languages, we all had different interpretations of what was going on, but we were all together in that spirit of unity and excitement.
And the American seminarians you were standing with as well
Yes.
were equally as shocked.
Oh, they were all just jaws dropped.
And just moments ago here, inside the Sistine Chapel, his first Mass, and the Pope speaking to the world in English.
You have called me to carry that cross and to be blessed with that mission. And I know I can rely on each and every one of you to walk with me as we continue as a church.
After telling the world from the balcony here in St. Peter's Square that God loves us all.